Hello, GenRight Nation. It is August 13th, and I'm Tony Pellegrino, and this is Tech Talk. Tech Talk is something that we do every Wednesday, 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, over on YouTube, on the GenRight YouTube channel. So if you're watching, thank you. We appreciate it. As always, I welcome your questions and comments. That's part of what makes this show a lot of fun, is you just type it in and Jennings can read those off to me. So that's please include as much information as you can, and I will try and get to all the questions that we have. Of course, we're here to talk about your favorite subject and mine: building Jeeps, driving them, everything associated with Jeeps. So, feel free to fire in those questions. Let's see, featured product is going to be that door right there. So let me grab that. Get this chair out of the way. Just stay right there. I'll bring it over. So these are, can you see it pretty good?
Yep.
These are our brand new doors for the TJ, LJ, YJ, and CJ. And these doors now feature this formed edge, which we never had before. And it finishes at the top of the door really nice and matches the tub. Of course, you get this style handle, which is super popular and very standard lockable. We do include brand new stainless steel hinges. This is a revised version of something that we made a long time ago. And then, of course, this fits our armrest or a soft upper window. Then I want to flip it around and show you the inside. So the inside now has...
Ooh, I love the GR.
yeah, this structure. And this structure allows you to store some stuff down inside of it. And there's also a brand new handle here to close the door from the inside.
Oh, that's nice.
Our last door didn't have anything like that, so people were screwing things on and whatnot. You can also mount one of our existing TJ door bags on the inside if you want, for more storage. And it's also, keeps the dust out and the rain out and that stuff. So yeah, this is a brand new, they're finally available. The guys were packing them today. So they're supposed to start shipping if you've already ordered some. They start at $8.99 a pair, and you just specify which style latch you need, depending on which version Jeep you have. And these things turned out really nice. They do come in this brushed aluminum finish, which matches our corner guards and several other,
Can Ginger have this exact pair?
Well, if she gets her order in, yeah. So
she said, "Save those doors for me."
Yeah, nice. Yeah, they're really nice. So, anyways, I just wanted to let everybody know.
They look great.
Yeah, they're super nice, 1/8-inch thick aluminum. So not very heavy. They're like actually pretty light, and it really turned out quite nice. This formed edge on top is just really sweet. So. All right, so that's it on the door. I'll set that down here, and I'll come back around. All right, we're back to the budget TJ build. Now, before we get going on this, do you want to tell me who we got watching so far?
Yes.
I kind of skipped over that part. Sorry about that.
All right. Kathy McCavis says, almost Tony and Jennings.
Hey.
Stephen Waterman said, hello, experts. There's only one expert. Chris Carey said, first time I've been able to jump on in a while. Glad I could make it. Michael Costin says, good evening, GenRight Nation from Fort Myers, Florida. Just left the Hooters Jeep night.
Nice.
Awesome. Randall Walker says, Randall from Oklahoma is in the house with Bobby Cleveland. Hey, Bobby.
All right.
Robert Fisher says, title says budget TJ planning. No way Tony won't have $75K into it by the time he's done.
Well, it's going to progress for sure.
Coilovers, TJ to LJ, axles, LOL.
Yeah, this will be one of my play toys
Doors.
at some point. Yeah.
JC Cologne says, hey, ready for some knowledge. Troy Merritt says, hello, Tony, Jennings, and GenRight Nation. Greetings from Nebraska. Hi, Troy. I'm sorry I missed you last week. I had to do logistical stuff to get us home that day, but I really wish I could have hung out with you guys and Fran out on the trails. Randy Hemme says, hello, Tony, Jennings, and the GenRight Nation from Louisiana. Mark Lawrence says, hi, Tony and Jennings and GenRight Nation. Hi, Mark.
Nice.
G. Purr says, woohoo, let's hear some Tony and Jennings adventures. We'll tell you about them.
We will.
Gary Williams said, veteran build shop night in Mustang, Oklahoma with Bobby, Randall, Heath, and a few others.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome. They're all hanging out. Richard Peterson has said hello, just made it in. Bobby Cleveland. Gunmetal Blue Jeep TJs says hi. Stephen Waterman has a question.
Sure.
He asks, is Curry your favorite coil spring on a JL or JT for 40-inch tires? Which spring is Jennings running and lift?
Okay. So Jennings has got the Metal Cloak 3.5 Game Changer, which is the dual rate spring. And that feels...
Jennings has the Stage 1 Elite GenRight suspension.
Suspension, yes, but the springs, he was specifically asking about springs.
Okay, the springs.
Yes.
Because they powder-coated them red.
Those are the springs that we used.
Yes,
they normally
staying.
come black. She had them powder-coated red years ago. So I don't want you to be mistaken. They're not rough country or some other thing.
Yeah.
The Rock Jock springs, I know that those guys are super proud of them. I'm going to get a set so that we can actually test those against, because the first ones we tried with Rock Crawler, and they're fine ride-wise and everything, but we blew through the travel pretty quick. So I'm just going to keep trying the different springs, and then we're going to publish all the part numbers, and you guys can choose which ones you want to get. So, but right now we're pretty happy with those.
Two Feather Channel says, Jeep School. Travers Enslow says, hello, GenRight Nation. Time for class.
Nice.
Sean Flaherty says, hey, Tony Jennings and GenRight Nations watching from Simpsonville, Kentucky in the garage. Derek Moeller says, time to get schooled by Tony and Jennings. Buckle up. Stephen Draper says, hey, GenRight gang watching from the road in El Paso, Texas.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
Nice.
Two Feather Channel says hi. Randall Walker says, hello, GenRight Nation. Oklahoma's in the house.
Nice.
Ted Miranda says, what's up, GenRight Nation? Watching from Banning, California in the BNG 4x4 garage. Hi, Ted. Matt McDonough says hello from Norman, Oklahoma. Oh, everybody's in Oklahoma tonight.
A lot of folks, yeah.
Doug Frost says, hey, from Tombstone. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, we like
I love Tombstone.
Yeah.
Shamrock Adventures, Patrick says, hey, Tony and Jennings, welcome home, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you, Patrick.
We're going to see them Friday. They're coming up to our big Jeep night.
Ginger said, save those doors for me. Troy said those would look great with armrests. Ted said, nothing budget with GenRight because it's done the GenRight way. That's right, Ted.
The right way the first time.
Heaven Guard says, hey, Tony, what's happening? Sergeant Jeep, hey, Tommy, what's up?
All right.
Craig Colbert, hi, Craig. He says, hello, see you at the Summer Bash this Friday. Yay.
Cool.
Kyle Fickler says, hey, all, loving the TJ build. Bill Walton says, hi, guys. Hi, Bill.
Wow.
Jeep Adventures says, looking forward to GenRight night this Friday, but this is the Jeep Adventures with the threes. Not to be mistaken with Josh Nesser of Jeep Adventures with the E's.
Yeah, before I forget, I should mention this Friday here in Simi Valley is our big Summer Bash annual Jeep night. And we bring out the articulation ramp, we have a raffle, we got a bunch of vendors showing up. If you're within a couple hours of here, you definitely should come to it. It's big. It's a lot of like-minded individuals and a variety of different builds and stuff that I'm sure you'd all enjoy. So by all means, come on out and check it out.
Becca Radcliffe says, here with the Bobby Cleveland crew too. Awesome.
Nice.
Fran says hello from Minnesota.
Nice.
Hi, Fran. We got videos to send to you from the Black Hills run. We'll get that done.
Yep.
Craig Huffman said, I finally made it. Hey, guys. West Virginia here. Hey, Craig.
Nice.
Jerome Balky, how was the ride through the desert yesterday?
Oh,
I have some things to say about that.
it was
Jerome.
brutal.
It was brutal.
Yeah.
KS Jerome is listening from the 91. That's cool.
So we actually went by Jerome's house at like 1 a.m. to try and beat the heat.
Yeah, like 1 a.m. And I was like, how is it still 100 degrees? Bradley Lanciano says hi from sunny Western Australia. That's cool.
Yeah.
Troy says, I bring up armrests on the half doors as the inside of my arm is bruised from wheeling. Yeah, buddy, you need them. Evan Guard says, hey, Tony, I want to know, besides the Wrangler, is there another older Jeep that you like a J-Series Jeep or like a FC?
You know, a lot of my friends like to build the old Commandos. I think it's just unique and it has kind of a striking style. So, you know, if I had any spare time at all, I'd probably build one of those too. So
I love that little teal one that Will has in his garage in Deadwood.
Oh, yeah.
What is that? A CJ 7 or something? 5? Willie's? What is it?
Willie's.
It's a Willie's?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
so cute.
Yeah.
Bradley Lanciano has a joke. I
Okay.
love it. Why did the Jeep go to the physicist?
I don't know.
Because it knew it had a rocky road ahead.
Ah, there you go. I have not heard that one before.
Sean Flaherty asks, do the new doors come with the armrest like the old ones did?
I don't know that we're offering that package right this second. But if you called in to order them, maybe you could talk your sales guy into throwing those in. So, but it'd be worth a try. And I know we've got a limited number of the first batch. And then I know that we're making 100 more pair after that. So we've definitely scaled up on those bad boys.
Okay, Michael Costin asked, has Sonic ever been in the Metal Cloak CTI trailer? What about a GenRight Jeep? I don't even know what that is. So I'm going to say
Okay, that's
no.
that trailer that, you know, like flexes it out.
Oh.
Yeah. So, okay, so Sonic has not.
No.
But a regular, like JK Elite will ramp 1100 on the trailer.
Oh, no, I did do the articulation ramp at HDR once.
Yeah.
It was some terrible number, like 500.
So 900 is what a lot of people consider to be, you know, ideal, right in that range. So, and then what I've found is once you go over 900, like if you start shooting for 12, 13, 1400, the Jeep is undrivable on the street. You can get there, but the thing's just a slinky. So
Mark Lawrence said my Tracer hasn't scored a 1060.
okay, there you go. See?
Nice.
That's pretty close to 1100.
Sonic back then, though, was like built by me and four-wheel parts. Like, it was abominable. So we don't judge on that first number.
I don't want to hear it.
No. We got to do that again. Mark Lawrence. Oh, no.
Well, you'll have a chance Friday night because
Oh.
we're going to have the ramp there, so you
All
can
right.
ramp it. Yeah.
Rhett Williams asks, is there any way to add door seals to the new half doors?
Yes. In fact, hang right there. Don't follow me. I'll be right back.
Okay. There's nothing to look at.
I have somewhere right here.
Do a little dance.
You can't see me, but I'm over on my workbench. Here it is.
That's it.
Here it is. What's it? What'd you do?
I danced.
Okay, this stuff, can you see this somewhere on the screen?
Yep.
Okay.
Gotta start somewhere, Jen. Yeah,
This is
that's true.
made by Super Stick. And it is, I'm going to get really close so you can see it. It's a sticky back,
He doesn't have any faith in my Zoom abilities
bubble
anymore.
style. And you can stick this on the door. And you don't have to go all the way around, or if you can if you want. I don't even remember what this cost, but I got it at the local auto parts store. And super handy. It'll also give the door that nice, you know, solid cush when you
GenRight
close
dance team. They want to see your moves next.
Yeah.
Do a little dance. Go.
Negative.
Okay, well
Okay.
then you're on your own with this show.
Yes.
I'll just film it.
Okay. More questions, or can I
No.
keep going?
Oh wait. Stephen Waterman, will those intersections on new door miss the PRP tilt plastic handle? The handles hit the stock half door panels.
They will. Actually, if you go over on our website, you're going to get to zoom in again here, honey.
Hello, Robert Lavoie from Whittier.
Okay. If you go over to our website, let me tilt this a little bit so you can see it. And I don't know if you know this or not, but if you just click on any of the pictures on our website, if I can, there we go. It opens them up into a bigger picture. And come on. So what I'm after is I want to show you this. Can you see that pretty good?
Yep.
Okay. So this is an aftermarket PRP seat with a factory half door and with our door bag, which is, you know, a couple inches thick. So if you don't run the door bag, you've got tons of room between that lever and the inside of the door. So
But the door bags are great.
yeah, so that's pretty nice. Okay. So yeah, these pictures are over on our website, so you guys can go over there and check that out under the half doors, and they're under new products. Okay. All right. I do want to.
Cole Osmondson said Commando Tracer Kit. I see this coming.
Commando Tracer Kit. There you go.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool, and I know.
Let's do it,
I
Cole.
know that we've had people use our Legend kit on, you know, Commandos, Suzukis. Like we've had all kinds of stuff. People have morphed that Broncos, the old Broncos. So they're definitely out there.
I think I shocked them into silence with my dance. Nobody's asking anything.
Okay. Well, while we're waiting for them to ask more questions, I want to give a shout out to Troy Merritt, who spearheaded the entire Black Hills run last weekend out in South Dakota.
Troy.
Did a great job the 2 days we did runs. And he'll be out at Great Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion with Jeff and some other guys. So you're going to want to stop by there and say hi to him. And I posted some pictures. Troy and I shared and posted a bunch of pictures over on Facebook. So if you're interested in seeing some of the pictures from that trip. And then I do have, Jennings just finished our day 2. Is that what you call it, hon?
Part 2.
Part 2. We've got it on the other TV screen over here. What I'm going to do is, when I get through some of this, we're going to walk over there and I'll play the video, and we can just talk. And but you can also see that's over on Jennings and my Chasing Sunsets Jeep channel over on YouTube. And we're looking for more subscribers. We're trying to get to 1,000. So if you can go over there and subscribe, that'd be cool. We'd appreciate it. And we got a bunch of our adventure videos over there that I think you guys will enjoy anyways. But that's where she just posted the part 2, which is me driving Sonic out of the Rubicon. So you can check
Spoiler
that out.
alert. He beat my Jeep up.
Nah, it's fine. Okay. We're back to the budget TJ. So I figured out a couple things. So I showed you guys this picture. I didn't even know what year it was. Tommy just told me it's a 1997. Can you see it pretty good?
Yeah.
1997. It's clean, but it does have some kind of tranny issue. Runs great though, 4-liter. Unfortunately, in the 97, the Sport had a Danny 35 in the rear and a Danny 30 in the front, so both of those are going. I thought maybe it would have a 44 in the rear, but I'm not that lucky. So we showed you guys the benefits this last time, this is about a month ago, of doing the high fenders, I feel like this got missed. You know, you can see that that's a totally stock Jeep versus one that's on 37s right here next to it. And doing the high fenders, you're able to not lift the Jeep any or a little and gain the clearance you need to run a 37.
Thanks,
so
Tommy.
high fenders are important. That's an important upgrade to start this budget process and get the tire clearance you want. So one of the reasons I'm talking about this is because we've got those small Dana 30 and 35 axles in the Jeep, we're going to have to go to a JK or JL 44. We'll get some of those out of a salvage yard, and when I do that, I'm going to a 37. So that's part of the reason I'm really talking about the high fenders right now. Okay, we are going to put aluminum corner guards on there. That's an important way to protect the sheet metal, and then we'll do rocker guards as well. We do offer a high clearance body mount. This is a little kit where instead of putting the body lift pucks in here, we're going to take those out of the middle, move up the mounts, and get us some more ground clearance. Okay. And then we're going to do our belly up skid plate, which is a heavy duty steel skid plate. It does require that you use our cross member kit. You'll see that here in a second. Come on, TV. There we go. Oh, and there's a fender on the aluminum corner guard and the rockers all mounted up. So
Arkansas Rick says, I have the GenRight Highline fenders on mine. Love, love, love them. Compliments all the time. Even though I'm still on 35s, it still looks amazing.
there you go.
Nice.
There you go.
Tommy said I did a great job on the Rubicon videos. Thanks, Tommy.
Tommy was right behind us.
I know, yeah. We got a
Yeah,
lot
so
of
he
cool
got to see
footage
it.
of
He
him.
got to see it live.
Yeah.
We did show you guys a comparison last time. Can they see this okay? Where even on 37s, there's only a 4-inch difference right at the top of the tub. So that's pretty impressive. That the vehicle didn't go up much in overall height, meaning that it's got a stable, low center of gravity. So that's really nice. Okay.
Okay.
And then here you can see our 4-inch wide flares, give you some decent tire coverage. Okay, here's the crossmember kit. This is the universal crossmember kit. And you weld these two tabs to the side of the frame. Then it's got this bent tube to get around the drive shaft and the exhaust. And what you're looking at right here is the top of the skid plate. So you can see it's very close to this cross member, meaning if you hit something, it's going to touch that cross member and actually give it some additional support. So also an important component in keeping everything alive underneath. Okay. And then of course, once it's outfitted, you can see it's got that low stance. This still has the factory, what we call the shovel skid plate, but we're going to change that out.
L. Elson said I might have missed it, but are you stretching the wheelbase?
Yeah, that's going to be like part of the down the road. So at first, and actually, let me get to that spreadsheet and I'll show you what I'm going to do.
Randy said he enjoyed both the Rubicon videos too.
Okay, good.
Thanks, Randy.
So here it shows the shovel and then the flat belly. You can see it gained a ton more clearance.
Oh, wow.
Same Jeep, same tires and wheels.
What's the shovel thing?
That's the factory transfer case skid plate.
Oh.
Yeah, not good. All right. Then, here it is off-road. And
Joe
you can
Alice
see.
has a question.
Sure.
LJ Legend Kit, 7-inch stretch. How high should the bump stops be over ride height?
I like to have about 2 inches from the bottom of the bump stop to the actual bump stop pad. I like to have 2 inches. You need some acceleration there. Otherwise, you're going to get into that bump too often, and it's going to feel a little rough. When you hit that bump stop, it's about a 500 to 700 pound spring rate. depending on how much pressure you have in it. So you really don't want it too close or you're going to feel it.
Robert Drake said, thank you for putting on the South Dakota event.
Mm.
You're welcome. Those were some gnarly trails out there.
Yeah. Yeah, they're good. They're good. Okay, so just another shot of it out on the trail. This is Andrew's Jeep when he first built it up. So
it looks so different.
What we're describing to you guys is, what we're recommending you do, of course. And again. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Can you zoom in on this and follow me along?
Rick Turner said, awesome, amazing side note about the cross member. In an emergency, you can drop the skid plate on the trail, get to the drive shaft and trans case. Shift linkage is a lot easier.
A lot easier.
Interesting.
Yeah, because otherwise with the factory one, that's what's actually holding it up underneath your Jeep. So you can't get to anything without some kind of other support.
All right, we're zoomed in.
So since it's got the Dana 35 and the 30, I'm going to source some JL 392 Rubicon Recon 44s front and rear. Those will come with 456 or 488 gears. They're super beefy and they have big brakes. Okay, so I can get that, $4,500 to $5,500 roughly. A set of JK44s are about $4,500. So, but they're going to have maybe 410 gears in them. So I'd rather get the Rubicon axles. Tommy was showing me pictures about how beefy the casting is, and the JL is definitely a more heavy-duty version with thicker wall tubes. So I'm gonna lean toward that. I will have to buy a bracket kit to fit the coil springs on a TJ over on the JL axle. So we'll do that. Then we're going to do the high fenders, the corner guards, high fenders in the rear, rocker guards. We're going to get those with a step on them. I'm going to do the slip yoke eliminator kit, or I'm going to go ahead and get a Rubicon transfer case, which comes with that slip yoke eliminator kit. And
can they download this spreadsheet?
I can upload this to our Tech Talk page for sure. For sure.
It says the 392 axles will have steel knuckles too, not aluminum.
That's right. That's right.
Cool.
Yeah, because some of the original JL axles all had aluminum knuckles. No good. Okay.
I have a cross member question.
What about it?
Travers Enslow asked, does the universal cross member still require body lift to do a flat belly on an LS and 4L80 swap with tracer engine mounts?
Well, is he doing the tracer? Because the tracer has its own cross member. So the universal one was originally done for our Legend kit. So see if he can answer that.
Said tracer engine mounts.
Yeah. Well, so the tracer was originally designed for a V8. We actually went back and made it so it would work with a 6-cylinder. But the part of that V8 conversion included its own cross member. So I just need to know whether he's doing the whole tracer thing or what he's doing. Okay? All right, back here, body lift, motor lift, our belly up skid, the universal cross member, the GenRight front bumper, GenRight rear bumper, Matrix LED tail lights, JE Reel 1350 drive shafts, a Warren winch, rock jock steering. It's more heavy duty than the stock stuff. Now that I'm getting these axles, I'm going to go ahead and get 17-inch wheels, where before I was going to get 15s, and I'm going to go to a 37-inch tire, and then I'm going to put a cage in it. So my initial budget right now is about $18,000. I know it adds up fast, it really does, especially when you start throwing axles in. But although this axle price sounds expensive, it's already got lockers and it's got gears and they're heavy duty. So I really don't need to do anything to them outside of putting a bracket kit on and moving some of the mounts to make sure that it fits in my TJ. Okay? Now, down the road, there's a lot of other stuff I can do. I can put in a GenRight gas tank, an access plate. I can do Yukon gears for even deeper gears. I can do rock jock adjustable control arms. PRP seats, harnesses. I can put on high steer knuckles. Like I mean, the list is endless, right? So my eventual plan for this Jeep is, yes, to get through this first phase, shoot a bunch of videos, show everybody how to do it, and then advance it from a TJ to an LJ with our kit, and then advance it into, like our normal high-end, GenRight kind of a Jeep. So
Trail 429 asks, what about the FAD on the JL 392 axles?
Yeah.
What's that?
So that's a mechanism where it's two pieces, right? So it slides over. The YJ had it too.
Andrew just joined. We were just looking at pictures of baby paper. It was so cute.
Yeah. So we'll eliminate that FAD. Down the road, that'll be something that gets eliminated because we don't need it on a TJ. It's just designed for good fuel economy. So.
Jeffrey Mayberry says, off topic, any update on the JL steering kit and stage 1 suspension?
Yes. I just talked to the guys from Fox today. We were waiting on the shocks for that. They shipped them out, and hopefully we'll have those maybe by Friday. And then we can finalize that whole kit and start showing it to you guys and get you excited about it. Okay?
Front axle disconnect.
That's what it's short for.
Gotcha. Yeah. And Travers says, I am building a Tracer, but sounds like I got the wrong cross member.
Probably. There's a specific cross member for that.
Oh, Tommy says the 392 does not have a FAD because the T
it was
case
full
is
time.
all-wheel drive.
There you go. Okay, good. I'm glad Tommy's on.
Man, you guys
can
know
correct
some
that.
Stuff. It's impressive.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so that's the plan. I'll work on getting the Jeep in here. We've actually got Sonic in the studio right now. We're gonna check over that since we're back from the Rubicon.
Rick said, I missed it. Did you list what coil, springs, and shocks you're going with?
I did not. Right now, I was mostly focused on the primary stuff. We've got some 5100, Bilstein 5100s laying around here. We've got some Fox shocks. We've got like tons of TJ kind of shocks laying around here. So for now in the budget, I was just gonna put some on. And I don't even know what it has because the Jeep has a little bit of a lift on it and stuff right now. Maybe Tommy knows. If he's there and he can chime in, because it is lifted, it's not stock, so he might know what's
392 still has 2-piece axles though.
392.
Is that right?
Well, I think that's what Tommy just said. No, because it's all-time drive.
All-wheel drive.
All-wheel drive, full-time drive. Okay.
Yeah, we're caught up.
Okay, so. We talked about the stock Dana 30. That's got to go. We're going to get rid of a bunch of this stuff. So, and then this is, kind of looks like the axles we're going to pick up and stick in there. And those JL axles are going to come with bigger brakes. So I probably don't need to do the rotors and pads right away. I'll probably be able to use what's on there. And then down the road, I can do the R1 upgrade. Of course, we talked about front and rear high fenders, the corner guards, the taillights, the rocker guards. This is an important piece. You want to get these on there before you damage anything. The flat belly skid.
Tommy says the budget TJ has a rough country 4-inch. Trash.
Oh, yeah, that's trash.
Trash.
So, yeah, then I'm going to have to shop around and figure out what springs I want to put on.
What about a cage?
Cage is on the list.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Jerome said, would you recommend a brake kit like that for a Gladiator on 37s?
So a Gladiator has bigger brakes on it from the factory, but if you're finding that that's not enough braking power, then you can certainly upgrade to the R1. They have a off-road and tow pad that's a bit more aggressive. And if you need rotors, they've got rotors too, so you can go that route. But the pads alone would really help, step up the braking power.
Richard Peterson asked, how much wider are the JL axles?
They're 68. So yeah, they're 68 and a half. They're quite a bit wider than a TJ 63. So, which will be good because then I can run a more backspace wheel and not have such a bad scrub radius. So it'll actually handle better.
Michael Costin said, my stock JL brakes feel fine with 37s.
Yeah. So, by the way, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but on a JK and a JL, if you need to bleed the brakes, you actually need to do it with the computer because there's a sequence that you have to go through as part of the anti-lock system. So if you've ever had your brakes apart for some reason and you need to bleed them, you have to do that with the tablet to cycle through that, okay? Okay, so body lift kit, motor mount lift kit. This is just a taller and it's urethane, not rubber anymore. The slip yoke eliminator, if we keep the 231. Otherwise, if we get the Rubicon case, that you don't need this.
Michael says, I have all 5 Rubicon wheels if you want them.
Oh, there you go. See?
Target Outdoors asks, will you have to change the brake booster for JL brakes?
I don't think so. Well, I'm going to try it and find out. And Tommy might know. Tommy might know. So stubby front bumper, so we could get a winch on there.
Oh, this is interesting.
Yeah.
L. Olson says the 392 has a delete plate with no working FAD, but it is still a 2-piece axle shaft with a locking collar, but with just fixed forks to always keep it a 1-piece.
There you go. And we used to do that on the YJs too, where it's just fixed and can't move. That, by the way, that's pretty strong still, so it's really not an issue.
Jeep TJ6 says, are there different size bushings for the GenRight tire carrier on the latch pin side?
There is.
I ordered some and they came too small. I sent you an email about it.
Yeah, so the latch side is different than the hinge side. The hinge side will have a steel spacer inside of it so that when you tighten the bolt, it can't just keep crushing. And the latch side has no spacer in it, and those should just pop in, and then your latch will just go through it. So you might have to take a couple measurements of what you had, because over the years we've switched the wall thickness on the tubing we use, and then they can get to the right stuff.
Richard Peterson asks, can you still keep wheels and tires under the flares?
You can, yeah, because you're going to run more of a backspace wheel, where typically on, once they start lifting a TJ, even though they're a 62-inch or 63-inch wide axle, they offset the wheels. So now we're going to be able to backspace the wheels and probably keep similar track width. Okay.
Jeep TJ6 said, to clarify, I did buy the bushings for the latch pin side, but they were too small.
Too small. Okay. So, yeah, get a hold of somebody at the office, and they might have to have you give them a measurement, and then they can get you what you need. Okay?
Craig Huffman said, J-Scan works great for bleeding brakes.
That's right. That's exactly right. Yes.
Tommy said the TJ has a good dual diaphragm booster, and the JL JT won't swap to TJ without a ton of fab.
Right.
He said I could try to retrofit a JK booster setup and see how that would work on a TJ.
Okay. That'd be cool.
Interesting. Okay, I don't even know what you guys are talking about. You lost me. Are we still talking about Jeeps?
It's that big black thing under the hood where you fill the brake fluid.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the vacuum booster.
Okay.
So.
I missed one. Oh, Jason Berger. He said, I didn't hear no mention of ball joint eliminators. That's how he wrote it.
That's the problem, right? Is you can just keep going crazy. Now, the good news is...
do it? Not going to do it? I don't know.
Well, okay, so hang on. This little TJ is 1,000 pounds lighter. So that's a huge advantage. And
Lighter than what?
What's that?
Lighter than what?
Than a JK or a JL.
Oh.
Okay, so it makes a big difference in the wear and tear on the parts.
Oh.
But if the ball joints wear out, yes, I will do a delete. Yeah. But I'm hoping if I pick up some 392 JL axles, they're going to be like literally 0 miles. So.
Okay. All caught up.
Okay. So the one winch, the rear bumper, you know, in this for a TJ or an LJ, it's a plate.
That's cool. So you can step on it?
Step on it, and it's got a receiver in there.
That's cool.
It's very cool. And we talked about the JE Rio 1350 drive shafts, the Curry heavy duty steering. But this is some of the reasons why, you know, you guys always hear me talk about how if it's pre-bent, then what happens is you get a bigger range of motion out of the joint. So we do that on a lot of our stuff.
I like your parts, Tony. I want to put them on my Jeep.
You already have them on your Jeep.
I know.
And then, of course, a cage. Somebody asked about a cage.
Me.
That is on the list. Okay, so unless you have more questions, I'm gonna.
Not at the moment.
Okay, then I'm gonna skip on to this. Guys, we have already blown by Jeepers Jamboree. If you missed it, bummer for you. You can start planning for next year. We're gonna be there again next year. If you'd like to join us, send me an email. And I'll get your name on the list.
$50,000 budget, TJ.
Yeah, I know. It's easy to just keep going.
Maybe $25,000.
You already missed the Black Hills experience. That was last weekend. Sierra Trek was also last weekend.
Nick Repanich just jumped on and said, big news.
What?
The forecast for next week's Tech Talk is down to 93 degrees.
All right. That's good because we're going to be doing it live from our location up there on our NorCal Overland experience, all right, which is what I'm trying to get to. So we got our big Summer Bash Jeep night this Friday here in Simi. Then the same weekend, we've got Great Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion. The guys are going back to Tennessee. I am going up north to Northern California with my buddy Nick and a bunch of customers to do our real overland experience in Northern California. I have one spot left. Somebody just canceled, so if you are interested in joining me for that trip, it's a 4-day trip, let me know, and we can probably get you on there. Then on the calendar, this is off our website, by the way, we haven't updated it yet, but we've moved my birthday wheeling trip up to Big Bear because it's going to be too hot out in the desert, as Jennings and I found out yesterday. So, all right. Now I'm going to switch TVs, and we're going to play the video that Jennings just did.
Ooh, this first part's cool. Back it up a little.
Back what? Oh, I don't know if I can. Oh yeah, I guess so. Okay, ready? Are these lights in the way? No. Okay, so you can see this thing just going through the Rubicon, no problem. And if you've never been on Jeepers, they do a little expo inside the Rubicon Springs where I was talking to people and showing them the Jeep and just talking about parts and builds and everything, just like I'm doing with you right now. So, kind of fun. I know Jennings was very happy with how the Jeep performed on the way in, and certainly so was I. I think there's some video here where I'm showing like the skid plate just barely getting over the rocks, where if you had the factory stuff, there was no way you were getting through. You would have been stuck for sure. So, still, hang on. Me in?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't want to stand in front of the TV.
You're not.
I'm not? Okay. So, the guys from R1 were out there with us, and they were doing an interview and stuff. What's that?
Two Tonys.
Two Tonys, yeah.
Look, I found these cheese
So as I mentioned, this is over on our Chasing Sunsets Jeep. What's that?
You better fast forward to the wheeling part.
Yeah, okay.
You can watch the whole video, but it's like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Matt McDonough says, with the 392 Gladiator coming, are you considering some elite go-fast suspension for the Gladiator?
So right now what we have is called the EXS, and that's, you know, what I recommend. Now, he's asking about the Gladiator. So we've had a couple Gladiator customers interested in doing the EXS, but nobody has handed me their credit card.
Get a 392 Gladiator.
But when somebody hands me their credit card, then we'll work on it. So I'm fast forwarding here. We're showing you guys some of the stakes, but you go watch the video. It's a good video.
Matt McDonough says, with all these Okies watching, next time you guys drive across the U.S., you guys need to stop in and do some wheeling.
Heck yeah. I mean, we did.
We've done that several times, so give us a little credit.
Okay, so...
You come to California and wheel with us here.
Now we're running the trail backwards. This is going up Big Sluice, and when you run a trail backwards, it's been beaten in, you know, one way, it's a lot more challenging. So, and as you can see, we are fully loaded. Somehow we ended up coming out with more stuff than we went in.
We really did.
Yeah. But the Jeep did great. I know Tommy's on here. He was right behind me.
Tommy just said I got to see firsthand how well Sonic was able to handle the trail.
Yeah.
Extremely well planted to the rocks, even loaded down.
Yeah, and by the way, that's a Bronco in front of us, but it's like a $200,000 Bronco with portals and
Bailey Campbell's
all kinds of special stuff.
Bronco.
Yeah. So I drove it on the way out. She drove it on the way in.
Jeremy said we couldn't believe how much stuff you had packed into Sonic.
Oh man, poor thing. But it did great, and we got it back here in the studio. We're gonna give it a quick bolt check tomorrow, and
Sonic is my boy.
Yeah, I still need to do the B-pillar chop and put on corner guards and stuff.
Paint the doors blue.
But I've got way too much on my plate right now. So there's Tommy.
Joshua said following Bailey in that RTR Bronco nicely. Yeah.
Heck yeah. And keep in mind, you know, we put on those brand new Fox shocks, the 2.5 IBPs, right before this trip. So they really worked great. I'm super happy with those.
I slipped and fell in front of Bailey and embarrassed myself. Twisted my ankle. She was so nice about it though.
This is a super tight spot that they had to take a few stabs at because they're so wide. This is one of my apprehensions with being so wide.
We didn't.
We made it right through. There was a little bit of water, so we had some water crossings. And man, if you guys have never done the Rubicon,
are gonna be blue. Yes.
If you've never done the Rubicon, you need to get. And by the way, come next year, join us. It's the best, easiest way. They really take care of you, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and we can all hang out and have a good time. So, yeah.
That Bronco's already for sale, and they're building one with a 7.3 V8 and portals next.
See?
Wow.
Yeah.
They were like, it's garbage on the Rubicon. Sell it. It did
great, it did fine.
It did great.
So, but anyways, you know, you can see here that the Jeep is just cruising along, and yeah, I mean, it's got 513 gears, but this was a Sahara.
Yeah, originally.
So it's got just a 271 transfer case in it. Oh yeah, we had a break, so I had to walk the welder down. That's what she's talking about. So, yeah, it is steep.
And the welder's very heavy.
It is heavy.
I was concerned.
Here we go. Here's some more.
You made it.
So this is a tight spot in the middle of Big Sluice. You can see the rocks are fairly sizable.
I said, do we trust Brian Croft spotting? Inside joke. Tell him the story.
Yeah, well, he ended up putting me on my side many, many years ago. Yeah. I think that was
Sonic
back in
does?
like 2005 or
Michael
6.
said Sonic sounds good.
It does sound good.
It does sound good.
Yeah.
The exhaust is cool.
Yeah. That's a MagnaFlow exhaust.
I like it.
So, yeah, you can see it's a good rock trail. It's beautiful. You're way up. This is like over 7,000 feet up in the Sierras. So it is very nice.
Joshua Whiteside said the Rubicon was great. Watch out for the rear lower control arm brackets, though.
Yeah, they take a beating. Anything hanging down, man, just. But you know, for a lot of people, this is the extent of difficulty they want to do. So you're able to get right through. And you know, these are like what, 3 or 4 year old 37s. These aren't even like new ones.
Yeah, they're pretty old now.
Yeah. So.
Oh, Craig Huffman wants to see a Sonic build sheet as it stands now.
Okay.
Matt asked, are your lockers locked the whole time? No.
Not the whole time. So,
But a lot.
oh yeah, and you know, obviously, when you lock them, it's hard to turn.
Yeah.
So, depending on what you're doing, but obviously, if I'm going to be climbing a rock, either on one side or both sides, I want the lockers on. So.
Jerome said, how did Sonic do on the way out compared to Terremoto, Aftershock, or even Foreshock?
It did fine. And by the way, the trail is getting more difficult, or what I call better. So every vehicle that goes through, you know, is digging it out a little bit more. You know, it used to be, I mean, those are 38s, and you can see he's got portals and he's high centered. So, you know, those holes are getting pretty big.
Tommy said, I heard some troll first shot the Soup Bowl on a GenRight Jeep.
That's coming up. That's in here too.
That is.
That is in here. So.
Yeah, show that part. That's cool.
Yeah. Okay, should we fast forward
Rick
some more?
Turner said, brake master cylinder upgrade I did with WJ knuckle swap. 2000 Dodge Power Wagon van, mass cylinder, way bigger cylinder, direct swap.
That's way bigger. Yeah. Yeah, you'll get a lot more power with that for sure.
Trail Team 7, when you get Sonic emptied out, you'll have to say where you like the sway bar setting.
Okay. Yeah, it's still packed. That is something we need to do. We just got back at 2 a.m. last night.
We just got back at 2 a.m. We're tired.
There's Tommy.
There's Tommy.
He's on
Okay,
42,
fast
so he
forward
just drives
to that
through like
part.
nothing. There's
Fast
Ed
forward
back
to
there.
the Soup Bowl.
Well, now it's going to go quick, right?
I don't know.
Your time lapse?
Jerome said we laughed at the race between Sonic and that one dude's Titan. That was so funny. We won. That guy's slow. And he uses ORIs, so that's
okay.
why.
I'm gonna speed up a little bit. Let's get some more action here.
Yeah, after Buck Island. Right about
in here.
in there.
Oh, I think that's it. Let's see what we got. Oh no, we're still at the dam. But look at the size of the rocks.
Can 35s do Rubicon? Absolutely.
Yeah, and part of it depends. Like if you're in a TJ or a YJ, I did it last year, and you know that's a smaller vehicle, and you're able to just like snake through.
I did it with my JL last year.
You
and
did.
I did it with Sonic before I got 37s.
Yeah, but the trail's tougher, right? So when you know, I think if you got somebody riding along with you that's willing to throw you a few rocks or spot you, it'll make your day a lot easier. The mistake I see most people make is they don't want to throw a rock, they don't want to do it, and then they just go until they break, and that makes for a long day. So these are pretty good obstacles here, right? So Tommy's back there on 42s, and look at that drop. So.
Have you posted the muffler you used on Sonic anywhere?
No, but I can. I certainly can.
They want a spec sheet.
Okay, I will do a spec sheet. We'll do a revised gallery for
Yeah.
it.
Oh yeah, that'll be cool.
Let's get a little further along. Oh, this is kind of cool. Tommy's like flexing out on this little spot. It's cool.
Oh, that looks cool.
Yeah.
Jeep wave.
Now he's a little wider, but he's got
Gladiator
bigger
on
tires.
35s can do the Rubicon.
Gladiator? Oh man, you're
gonna hurt it.
you need some. You're gonna have some brain damage. Yeah.
Brain damage.
Yeah, my brother did it on 37s, and that thing was just bashed on the bottom.
But that's your brother.
And that was years ago when it was easier. So I don't know. Oh, there's some fast motion. This is off-camber stuff. She didn't like this. But these are good climbs and stuff. You know.
There's a soup bowl.
Okay. Yeah, we're running out of time, huh? Come on.
Probably right.
Oh,
yeah,
there it
back
is.
up a little. Yeah.
Ah, there we go.
There we go.
Okay.
Watch this guy. This is Sergeant Tommy, who's never done the soup bowl before. He was like, let's just try it. This is how he did.
People will spend all day here, by the way.
I've spent all day here.
And he just drives through. Nice.
What?
Yeah. That was awesome.
Jerome, he said, see you guys Friday.
And then
Ed did it too.
Ed wanted to try it too.
On the green
He was
globe.
over just a little bit from where Tommy was. Tommy
It didn't take
Tommy
long.
nailed it. He was just climbing a little too high. So I had him go
one-shot
down the crack a little more, and he was able to get through. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, Ed took like 60 seconds.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Tommy took like 5.
Yeah.
Some of the
It happens.
some of that Jeep shit talking happens. Tommy took a shortcut.
Let's see. Oh, this is our race. All right. So, we have any more questions? We're kind of bumping up against the
No.
6 o'clock. Okay, so for those of you,
Please go like,
This-
subscribe, and
this
share.
is what the logo looks like right here. Chasing Sunset's Jeep. Please go like and subscribe. We need some more subscribers. And let me see what we got here. We talked about events. And obviously, if you like what you see, please follow us, like, subscribe, comment. You know, we appreciate everybody. And it's part of the what I like doing about doing this. So a lot of fun. All right. Any last second questions, or are we?
Jacob Munklebaum said, I just installed your bare aluminum stubby winch guard bumped with a worn Xeon 10S on my anvil colored JK. It looks awesome. I get compliments all the time.
Nice.
Do you have any photos of anodized bumpers?
No. Typically, when you anodize a part, when people talk about anodizing something, it's a billet part. And if you anodize a bumper, a fender, something that's been welded, you're going to see a bunch of weird white marks around where the weld is, because the anodizing doesn't sink in and adhere to the material the same way consistently like a powder coat would. So if you'd like to add color, you should really powder coat, and that'll give you a good consistent look.
What's for dinner?
I don't know.
Mexican. Takeout.
Yeah? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
Oh, because you didn't go to the store yet?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm so tired.
We just got back, guys, so yeah.
It was somehow 106 degrees in the middle of the night last night.
Yeah.
We were trying to beat the heat and it was impossible.
Yeah.
Sergeant Jeep said, see you all Friday. Everyone come out to GenRight night.
Heck yeah, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be big. It's going to be fun. And all right, everybody. Till next time. We'll see you then.